chetagi oyo ora na loya pi.
And in the democratic government that we have, times of election can be a time of great agitation and anxiety, and even animosity, even among the blood brothers.
Ikuwa boje gitu makikilia mwalo alewa tu gitu ikpela yo tahia ine padu age mo afu ne yo du.
And with the special emphasis on the situation in Nigeria at this time, with a lot of hope, a lot of expectation. And the first one is that believers are supposed to derive their joy from their relationship with the Lord.
Ka atenu potuchia eganigi lugui ma weka emani le memlo wechwa lugui wage top ma.
How my microphone is okay? Can you? It's okay. All right. So our joy is supposed to be derived from the Lord.
Ka ugui na loilea ungba gondu na chiku egondu no chiku ma.
We read Nehemiah chapter 8 verse 10, Philippians 3:1,
Jeremiah
4:47, John 16:33. And then the second point is that the Lord is able to bless believers in spite of the political environment under which they find themselves.
Ka umpa weka undu ofujo ulo fuli kuko ha chatenu potuchioa egoduma nu ya elimelia wega kulea.
So no matter the political environment you and I find ourselves, the Lord can bless us.
Ahoduma na mima gamialo amanko oweduma na lo butalea owechualo fujo kuo hachalo.
And we see, especially the example of Daniel.
Alokimu chabo mafunu memu Daniel du.
The political environment or situation he found himself, despite all the odds, the Lord blessed him, the Lord lifted him, the Lord used him as a light in the midst of the Babylonian darkness.
Nina nu Daniel gani jonyo ipofye nu olunuma uyi nila abo papama owechuo hacho.
And don't forget the fact that the word of the Lord came to John where? In the wilderness.
Nina ne alokima nyinkwa kela undwa upiga tu John. Nina nu John yipachi uyigwe ya lo chugato.
So you must not base your life on the political situation or whatever circumstances you find yourself. You must base your hope in the Lord alone.
Ta otubuti amanki yuchi na lea uha gbenucho ayabo jegichu kochenu loche amanku yalo yuan ku gbenucho undu fofunu.
There's a common saying that it's not about your location, it's about your allocation. How many of you have heard that saying before? It's not about your location, it's about your allocation.
Uwega na huwa mwalwano amango dani nia kijilo egani agana huwane.
God has timing, God has a program, God has a plan for your life.
Ka owetu likwekunu ukilu mia lekuyeyo.
God has no problem with what he wants to do. The problem is always you.
Owetu lumwalu leku miadumanu miawiyano amangwalu awe kawone.
The problem is always you doing your own thing. The problem is always you departing from the Lord. That is the problem.
Umwalwa awa yeka boyo alinyemo weko wechuanu umwalwa.
Like we're talking about the Lord's essence. God's essence, his essence never changes, but our adjustment or not adjustment to his justice determines how he responds to us based on his unchanging essence.
Alonya uya wechua weka abalotoba epuka papanuma anutelo bi yage anuchiku yamemaloa.
So wherever you are,
egaduma na mio
wherever the Lord has placed you,
manka hoduma no wojujota,
just make sure that your focus is on him.
Be jeka iyo chiku po.
Just make sure that you are seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness.
Jekora fe ya weka ajuche no adokanu mimu hai papa ajuche.
And whatever he is taking you through by way of preparation. Once it is time for Him to do whatever He wants to do in your life for good, nothing can stop it.
Ege ya no ibi obua utotu. Oda no doko ya ekudle kunu ya se obi bo.
Quickly, let me show you something in Psalm 105.
Fia mo pa ide David e yo fe ho se ho.
Psalm 105. I'm going to read from verse 16.
Opa ide David e yo fe ho che ho doji ma bugwa hin.
From verse 16 to 22.
Gwendele no dogo kepa.
Psalm 105 from verse 16 to 22. And this is comparing what we read in Luke chapter 3, that the word of the Lord came to John where in the wilderness.
Ela wela no gbo ha la na lo je opa ulu ka ela undua ga John igbi.
And a similar thing is recorded for us in Psalm 105 from verse 17.
Odi pono ego ma wo tata jelo pa David e yo fe pa.
He sent a man before them, that is, the Lord sent a man before them.
Ka undua ulo chi te ho ko bobulwa.
Even Joseph,
Tenu te ha ke Joseph.
who was sold for a servant,
Ka iki ko jila ke ani jofela.
whose feet they hot with fetters. Whose feet they hot with fetters.
Okay, anu a ikponua ika yo owe ma ono nehi. Nimna agbani je ko ipo a o mo no ipunu.
He was laid in iron.
Ka idiota minu je nehi.
I read verse 19 together.
Bomi kwa ni a.
Until the time that His word came, the word of the Lord tried him.
Ja gbe kunela unduga elundua ulo jama.
Until the time that His word came.
Ja gbe kunela nuga.
He was in prison.
Ka o ipagba.
He was probably wondering for how long he would be in that imprisonment.
Ka anu abanu oboripu ihanya na no ge ipagba ya ga
But
pejia.
the Lord has a timing.
Ka igun ko we choli kwa.
And so he could not leave that imprisonment until what? Until His word came.
Ka agba imota ma banja gbe kunela undu aboinuga.
The word of the Lord tried him.
Ka ela undua lo jama.
Bible in basic English is till the time when His word came true.
Ba oho o cheno ha ka ja gbe kunela we chwa ga li ya bi.
He was tested by the word of the Lord.
Ka ilo jama mi melo undua.
In easy English says they did this until what He prophesied really happened.
Ka ikenya o yo ko yipunu ja gbe kwela na ka che ka kele ya jira.
Until the word of the Lord showed that he, Joseph, was right.
Ka ela ga te pe o kele ma fu pe ku Joseph ali papa.
ISB says, until the time his prediction came true, as the word of the Lord refined him.
Ka enya o ga te pe ege ya ni lo we chu lo ya no ni mata yinge ya.
It says, the Lord's word proved him right.
Ka elo we chu lo ku je o ke lo ku je papa.
You know, if you are basing your life on the word of God, you are trusting God, you are trusting His promises, and you are standing on it, and it appears that nothing is happening in your favor.
Ka ona nka egbo je ipelo we chu no to fu church lo we chu. Ayo age omo ko le ben ko da du oya mama ege ya nu ya te pe mo ibo lo yo no we kwa.
Others may have bypassed you,
Ka ajen atuhaka ho bo ipo ya du ma.
leaving you behind,
Anike mo that be
telling you, is it that Bible doctrine, is it that promise, is it that faith race you are still sitting down with, and they've gone ahead of you.
eke elo we chu na wo ti ko a elo ko tu ko che ka menyo na yipunu a wa ke ho bu ye bu ibuli ko e.
And like Peter said, they are wondering why you are not doing what they are doing.
Peter ke o ka iki omo ka adi ya na wa o ye ge nya ni o ya ma me
At the end of the day,
ka umbe ye ti a
when it is time,
ni ko ali ya
the word of the Lord will prove that you are the one who is right.
Che elo wechua uga te kawa yo papa.
So, brethren, we don't have to, look here and there and be distressed and be discouraged no matter the political situation. Just fix your eyes upon the Lord.
Aime ipu elimeli ngoya ubaje yipunwa alochiko lotogo yin iya alochiko forward ondua.
So, point number 2 again, the Lord is able
Ka ondua ofu jofa ulofu
to bless believers in spite of the political environment under which they find themselves.
ofu jondua ofu kejelo ofu ha chacheduma no potuchua enkoduma ni miwale ipe aho aboje chama kimeli na lopikunwa.
And then the third point says, believers are also to strive to impact their political environment.
Umeta weka atenu potuchia age onya chidadu che awaboyo lupeko ya ipa ho imeli na lopikunwa.
But not at the expense of their joy.
Bina na age onya kalupeko ya lanwa acheche kugwe na le akuho abono.
For instance, we have a spiritual responsibility to our nation.
Uchabo mafunu weka alolu ukpe aya ipo unalo chiko ya le ikwe unalo banwa.
And we should focus more on that spiritual impact we're supposed to have on our nation.
Ukpe aya ipo unalo le uya ipe unalo banwa nalo chiko le ipo to lipo ade kunwa.
Genesis chapter 18.
Olo biko pa Genesis ipo ata.
Genesis chapter 18. And you know the story of Abraham's intercession before the Lord with regards to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Alomo egian okawu Abraham kunu wota he oku balo wecho le ku Sodom ma.
Genesis 18 verses 46 and 32. The Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city,
Ka ondua ka odankuge machu fepachi bunu hai papa ipewa.
then I will spare the place for their sake.
Che aboa na boa heta higwa chelo baboa.
For whose sake?
Kuhigwa nyene.
For whose sake? Genesis 18:26. For whose sake?
Kuhigwa nyene
For
gehewa
the
ta.
sake of the righteous.
Kuhigwa chelo
Within the city.
atenu hai papa no ipewa no gehewa ta ubiota jea.
These are not just believers, but those who are, living the spiritual life, who are experientially righteous.
Ka amo o atenu potu govno atenu oluyi hai papa ni papa te kuyiwane.
This was a city.
Ewu ne no well.
But God said, if I find 50, because of the 50, I'm preserving the city.
Orang kinge macho fepachi ku ipewa mbe wanga biota jegeno.
And you know what?
Aje
These righteous people may not be known by anybody. They will not even consider them. In fact, they may see them as low class. Whereas, from the viewpoint of heaven, those are the preservers of the city.
kamo atuhaya papa ni okanya o atuhaya papa na ilo kujua ipewa o atuhaya papa ni ku lo dadun ama wa watinuke uhibwa ni wagale uheta.
And then we go to verse 32.
Ogbomuki wepano.
So the Lord said, because of 50, He will preserve the city. Now, let's go to verse 32.
Alonyo ogbomuki wepano.
He said, oh, do not let the Lord be angry.
Ka ochoa achelo ochoa ko icho numfa.
And I will speak just once more.
Check ajega nkunle lai kape.
What if 10 are found there?
Odanka chigbo ala chigbo ma abo ila chigbo ma abo be.
The Lord said, I will not destroy it for the 10's sake.
Ano ndo ake ko higwa chigbo nga bi wata je higwa chigbo.
That is blessing by association.
Ka o ma weka o hano chegele bi po chaptoha memache.
That's why I will remind you better be mindful of your association, your friends, your clique, the people that you are close to, because they are either a blessing to you or a curse to you.
O ma che aloko mo po blatu. meda chena gi yokpa amanku yo ya tua ajin ukunota yemeguaga foga manko haki yemeguaga foga hiwe manale hamuwa
Our Lord Jesus in Matthew chapter 5.
okpa umachu eyoho undroga lo Jesus kelabo
Matthew chapter 5
okpa umachu eyoho
and verse 13.
doje mo bugbeta
Matthew 5:13.
machu eyoho doje mo bugbeta
Are we there? It says, "You are the salt of the earth."
kawo oma echeao
And what does salt do? It preserves, it's a preservative.
ka ọma ọdịna ọma wee ọma gị gbọdọ etu alọmato apebigi biọma gịlị ijọdị tedo
But if the salt has lost its flavor, with what will it be salted?
ọra nkọ ma ụlọ hinua ụwọ ga ngọdị ya dụkị chẹgbọ ma kpọ
And that is why, as believers, we must live up to our election, to God's expectation over our lives, so that because of us, the city can be preserved, the organization can be preserved, this nation can be preserved.
ohigwe ọma igwu ní halọ a ọlọdọ ya ní halọ igwu kelọ ọba n'alọ chikọ yọ alọ tí ekutu kalọ ọba ní halọ igwu a jẹ kí ìwò a elu hetalẹ ẹgàdúmọ n'alọ ibrọ abọ kelu hetalẹ ló.
Yeah, go and sit with God is there. Good boy. Have you prayed for me as a preacher and teacher? Pray for me, eh? You praying for me? Good. All right. So that is what the Lord expects. So that because of you, do you know you're supposed to be such an influence in your family? We're supposed to be collectively, we're not supposed to be what? Such an influence, such a blessing in a nation. So we have a responsibility to this country, Nigeria.
Ka ego ma no we chumi alo chiku we da che nu gila bo kwache even ti forma na lo ma iwu na lo ma no alo lukro ya ipunu
And that is your number one responsibility.
anu awukro afa na le ya
There are a lot of people who are so political minded, they are so involved, and they keep saying that if Christians are not involved and you leave it to the unbelievers, and most of them, if you notice, most of them are spiritually zero. They just bear James, they bear John, they are members of one church, and they say we are also Christians. Christians must be represented. Christians whose salt has done what? Has lost its flavor.
kamo atohi roge kpoche amanku yo ipinwu ekwe ipapo je gicho elimelia amua igbalewa wa boywa nana ila ho elo wecho api ile ben koma dolu kuche gbadun magema.
And for such Christians, by the time the Lord is judging the world, the Lord will judge them with the world.
Ka eda chego ma ikunu lugi kepote chea ojugi kepotu amimna ichelu
That's 1 Corinthians 11:32.
okpa korenta fe ibule olujimo bukigwepa.
So don't think that it's until you are directly involved that you are involved. There's a way you are involved that is even more powerful than being directly involved.
Amo ka I ege mo tipu motu oye ama kotu ogwiji oye na ge lugbe anwa owo ayo na ge oyukpe ulo fulie fiekpo.
Church, imagine that all those who are working for INEC are spiritually mature people, and they tell them, read for us. And they say, no, we're not going to do it. Imagine the impact they would have had on this country. But many of them are church members who are also involved in all these things, or church members without spiritual backbones, who are not Daniels in their own generation.
Atule ikwa boje gichwa kauna kwenye niwa ge owa chelo wecho nili jijin pepelo wecho uji ni oya ige oyujian ama wale wa ikiwa chelo wecho ikiwa ipuji oya
1 Timothy chapter 2,
pa Timothy afe epa
verse 1 to 2.
doje mo gbe eyan bompa
1 Timothy 2 from verse 1 to 2.
Timothy afe iye doje mo gbe eyan bompa
I exhort therefore first of all
ka afe ya duo tu gicho odafe
that petitions,
ka okugba mebuba
prayers,
okugba
intercessions,
ogbo ble kwache
and thanksgiving be made for all people,
te anya ota akiyo le denja che
for kings and all who are in high places,
Ayala boko le auche na chenuki oda ipabua
that we may lead a tranquil and quiet life in all godliness and reverence.
che kalo abala alo lebo uyula ifelo wochu na yo taje mujimo jelo wochu.
So whoever becomes president, governor, House of Rep, members, senator, chairman, council, whoever, the church, Christians, believers have the responsibility of doing what? Of interceding for them. Because if you intercede for them, we will live what? A tranquil and quiet life in all godliness and reverence.
Kocheduma no bi wochia michuja wajia alo no wachu kelo wochu alo luplo ya ko gbalwa. Ogibodi na lo gboko ya che kala abalo kule ega ahol na lo ya no aku ebo ninu hi ebo ola.
Verse 3 says, for this is good and acceptable in the sight of God and Savior.
Ka enya uwodu lo jinehi egi undu nu nyatalwa uwoda no hotu kinye.
We complain more about our leaders than we pray for them.
Ka alogi wini le ikwache nu toblo alo afyege na alogi gbokolwa.
We cause them more than we bless them.
Ukunu na lo italwa nu fyoha na lo hetwa.
Whereas in the church age we have no rights, we have no mandates, we have no instruction to curse anybody.
Ka ipu ko church ya alole gatuma mankuli kudumo utuko lo cheduma no.
And so church, let's realize that indirectly with our spiritual life, we are making positive impact. It's just that you don't see it. You don't know it, but it's there.
Ka nina alonu achelo wocha ukro na lo ya na iku iwu na lo ba no a uku gbenu kukimu nene abalo mo mane.
You know that when you cook a soup or whatever dish,
Ka mo dan ka ho ahudri.
most of the time you will see the pepper, you may see your onions, you may see the meat, you may see the broccoli and all that, but you won't see the salt, but you will see the effect of, you will know the effect of the salt, even though you may not see it. You may not be seeing it, but spiritually your life is having a positive impact.
Ka leben ko che o drama
Your spiritual life.
ka ho age omo ma ngami age oma koko albasa ipuna ya to a but oma ga mo ja pe kuna protocol na ije ko ma anwa oma ki jeje ni alo ya ke ko ma na telo we chu welia uye na loila oyuye leiku ibu na lo ba no alo fumu kono ya aman konne ya bo na oya na ka olu ipapa.
And the Bible also tells us in Titus chapter 3 verse 1. We'll open there.
Bible ke dalo pa Titus 2
Let's note it down. Titus 3:1.
Titus eta doji mo gbe
1 Peter 2:13.
Peter fe e po doji mo
And then
gbe
Romans 13, 1-7.
pa Roman igbeta doji mo gbe ni
Finally, we must submit to the governing authority.
ka I aloge di alo taje lo acheduma no gba lo a.
We must honor them, we must esteem them, we must pay taxes that are due to us.
Aloge le taje lo aloge joju ma lo a ine duma no gba je aloge le taje lo du.
And in times we're expected to carry out voting, we should do so.
Ka ikuduma na boje gicho ikunu le ya aloge tipo iwe ikunu du.
These are civic authorities. The Lord Jesus even said, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God.
Ka o chu Jesus abanu ka kodanu e ku Caesar akulu Caesar danu ke ko wecho akulo wecho.
Only that any time that Caesar is now requesting or demanding what belongs to God, you tell Caesar, no, okay, even if our God will not save us, will not bow to your idol.
Odo anko ke ku yo ha we ka Caesar odo kodanu e ko wecho ka kulo abo na ge ka then o ka o we ka odo anko wecho na ko ha lo tan o ga te wa de lo no.
Acts chapter 4, verse 19.
Opa te ho ye no do di mo gba ni.
This was the time when Peter and John were before the governing authority.
Àmọ́ Peter mẹ́mú John iyì ọmọ ọ̀chẹ́ nà ọgbà jẹ̀ kọ́ mà.
So from verse 19, but Peter and John answered them,
Peter mú John ní ìjòhìlú wá.
whether it is right in the sight of God to listen to you rather than to God, judge for yourselves.
Orang ko chegba mango oru pa kalo jahoto pure wecho ne ponyaka o aboyo men.
Verse 20 says, for we cannot help telling the things which we saw and heard.
Ka ulo weduma na loga kanen elana lopo na lokima.
So the principle here is that we cannot, impact our political environment at the expense of our relationship with God.
Che gigbihi e manalo le memro wechoa e kalo kalu gbo ha ya pabo yegicho uchukule yan.
We must always be focused on it no matter what happens.
Ka ego duma nu wele anu analo gikpe kwa gema.
You remember what happened in the time of Saul and Samuel?
Egbehiri.
1 Samuel chapter 16.
Samuel afe egbehiri.
From verse 1.
Oye mo gba e.
1 Samuel 16 verse 1. First in mind.
Ege ya na lo olechia oge kwie oge lono. Ege ya na lo mia. Franco ya ege ya na mia lema. Oleje kowechoa jo papanu okelo opapa lo fie.
So when we pray,
Koduna lo gboko.
when we intercede,
Na lo fi gboko ko ya che.
when we cry out to the Lord about our political situation in Nigeria,
Na lo gboko le kwa ho nu iwo la lo ipunu a.
and when it seems as if the Lord is not hearing us,
Ana uleve nkundua upoko bana lo gbama.
don't forget that there are times the Lord answers our prayers it's just that it's in a way that we did not expect, or we are not expecting.
Leje ko o ondua gi johi okugba no geje ko hiwe ga na lo chi ko jirian.
And so I told us the categories of petitions and prayer in the morning.
Ka nke dalo ege ya no okugba me ebo bowechu ege ya no we ma aho enyo ha.
We have how many categories?
Kole u aho nu
4 categories.
ene ogbanu awogbene.
There are times that the petition will be positive, but the desire behind the petition will be negative.
Ka ekohima umunalea upapa okona ke gba ke lo pupapa ebana eba.
There are also times when the petition may be negative. That is, the Lord may not answer what you requested, but the desire behind what you requested will now be what? Will be given.
Ebana eba ekohima eba le papa amangora no umwe na ebeba okewe ye ipo.
And I love the illustration I gave in the morning. You were asking God for 1,000 naira because you wanted to buy food or bread, and then the Lord may give you the 1,000 naira to buy the bread you wanted.
Ka nke yo chabo mafuno ochochi awe ka aje nga odo kije kalu bread la o choke lo fuli je aje lo bread ya.
On the second level, there are times that you will ask God for the 1,000 naira. He will not give you the 1,000 naira, but He will give you the bread. He will provide the bread.
Ka ikohima agbo kije